Hello and happy Tuesday. I'm sure there's a number of you that are thinking, no, it's Monday. It kind of feels like Monday and such. So yeah, I'm gonna see if all of my technology acts like it's Monday or Tuesday today. I'm coming to you today with card number 1 for Sandy Torgerson's virtual party, and I'm really excited to have another virtual hostess. And so I'm also on grandma duty today, so I was trying to kind of maneuver the nap schedule for a 3-month-old. Are they on any kind of schedule yet? So and hopefully she's snoozing now, and hopefully she'll snooze through this whole entire video too. So hi Wendy, thanks for joining in. And I see that I'm live here on my iPad, so I think I can get going. So card number 1 for Sandy's virtual stamp party is this. So I'm excited about the simpleness of this card, but just the cuteness of it. So I was scrolling through my demonstrator friend Rolanda from Texas, her Facebook feed, and saw a card super similar to this, and I went, oh, that's so simple, so cute, and so fall. And the more I tell you guys I love fall, I hope that you aren't tired of me saying how much I love fall. But with that, there's so many of you that have said that you love fall too. So I'm just going to keep kind of going with that, but I'll also get in some variety as well. So let me show you in the catalog where that's from. And I think I'm just going to turn the camera around right away too. So that way we can get started. You can kind of see as I'm putting the camera angle here, lots of kind of accessories, like here, like lots of ink colors and punches and stamps. And then you'll go, oh, here's the paper that she's gonna show again, because I've been using that same autumn paper quite a bit, but always a different kind of autumn paper. And yes, Tori, thank you for saying it's okay for me to continue to love fall. Okay, so here is the card showing the right way. And so I love how I want to show you how detailed these little stamps are. And so there's just so much sketching that is done with each of these tiny little images. And it's from the Beautiful Autumn stamp set, which also coordinates with the 10% savings if you get the fun 3-pack of punches. So those are the little punches here too. So the acorn and the maple, and then the oak leaf too. So I had to actually look up the oak leaf because I was like, I know I'm going to refer to that punch, and I was just at a loss. Like, do you ever know that you know something, but then you just can't think of the word for it? So that was me. And so all of these items are found in the holiday catalog. And on page 46 is the stamp set. And then on the bottom of that page 2 is a 3-pack of the punches. And like I said, you can bundle those for 10% savings. And if it looks familiar, it's because I've been doing tons of stuff with this whole Gilded Autumn suite. And that is part of the suite, is all those fun products. And here's that pretty paper. So on this card here, I probably could have taken like crumb cake cardstock and splattered it with Early Espresso splatter, because there's several stamp sets that have kind of that little splatter image. But why do that when you've got 12 by 12 paper that comes from a pretty package that you probably may have purchased already because it's been super popular, and then you see that it's on there already too. So I was going to start out my card with this as that little piece there, but I felt like as much as I wanted to add a little glitzy gold, I'm trying to pick it up and show it to you closer. You can see each of the gourds and pumpkins and such are embossed in gold, and it's beautiful, but it just was like a little too much or too fancy for a simple card, and I just didn't like that. So then I went, what's on the back side? And I went, oh, that's perfect. So that's kind of my whole basis for my card. So I'll set that aside, and I think what I'm going to do first is get out my Big Shot and show you. I'm using my Stitched Shapes, and so Stitched Shapes come with 4 squares, and I'm using today the smallest of the 4. So small but mighty, because even though it's the smallest one, I've done quite a bit with it. And then there's 4 of the oval and then 4 circle that come all in this one set. So those are the stitch shapes. And I'm just going to take a piece of vanilla cardstock here and run that through so that you can see. Whoops, might help if I line it up a little bit better. This is where you can see I'm missing my magnetic pad, and I think it's coming tomorrow maybe. And it's just, I think that I'm just used to kind of flopping it on, but if I didn't ever have one, I think I would slow down a little bit. But I just like to get to the card making and not have to worry about how things line up all the time. Okay, so, all right, Lisa, you're joining me on a Tuesday in the middle of the afternoon. I feel kind of special about that. Okay, so here's this little tiny square all stitched out. And then to save time, because many of you have been watching my videos, you've been stamping for a while, so I think if you see that I've cranked out 3 more of them, you'll know how I did it by watching the first one. So what I have for the rest of my card for the card base, I chose the Very Vanilla in the thicker quality, and that's in the back of the annual catalog too. And so when I have a card like this that doesn't have a lot of pieces that are, you know, adding multiple layers, and especially all the way across, I like a good sturdy card base. And so I'm going with my thick vanilla here. And so then I can just go ahead and take my tape and advance that just a hair there and put that down on the back side here. And so this is 5.5 by 4.25, my regular card base measurements. And then my designer series paper, I was hoping I could do 4 by 3, because in a 12 by 12 perfect world, then I would get the most amount of my cardstock cut efficiently. But it ended up that I needed to be 4.5. I think it's 4.5 by 3. So I can at least still get 4 sheets per slice on that too. So yes, Tori, that's what I fell in love with, is just the simpleness. And it's one of those cards, like when you see it in person and go, oh, it's even better that way too. So next I'm going to ink up the images. And so I'm going to start with the oak leaf here. And this is just the outside edge here, like so. And then I'm going to go next with my maple leaf. And next is going to be my acorn. And this is all going to be just with my Memento black ink to give it a nice solid image there. And then I'm going to start opening up my ink pads. So crushed curry is where I'm getting my yellow color for the oak leaf. So this lines up, and I'm gonna put on, I'm getting to that age, I'm gonna put on my glasses because it was very easy to line up with my glasses. And so you can see all 3 images there, but see how easy it was to line up that inside image with that sketch drawn look there. So I love it when things are that good. And so the other fun thing is that if you're outside of the lines a little bit with these stamps, it does not look bad at all either. So it just looks a little bit more handmade. Next color I'm going for is the Cajun Craze. And yes, Linda, you did get this bundle. You're going to love it. It's one of those I thought, oh, that'll be perfect for fall. And I just keep reaching for it because it is such a great stamp set and bundle and paper and everything that goes with it, the ribbons and such. And then for the acorn inside. I'm gonna do crumb cake first. And if you look closely at my stamp, it looks like 2 images, but I have one on one side, kind of on its own half of the little acrylic block, and then the other one on the other side. So I'm going to start with the base of my acorn in crumb cake, like so. Oops, I don't like how that kind of left a hollow spot. Okay, so then that's the crumb cake. And that's the other nice thing about it being the photopolymer and being see-through. I can do it again, and that's okay. So then I'm gonna tip it over and put a little bit of soft suede on the top there, like so. So here's our acorn, ta-da! So I love how easy it was to get 2 colors on it that way too. Okay, so first I will take my acorn, or my oak leaf here, and line that up. I try and do it in the camera too, which takes it away from my vision and show you at the same time. So I'm trying to see if I have that. There we go. Now I've got it lined up, and that just flew out. Punch that one. Next I'll do my maple leaf. See if I can line that up. I think by now I'd be able to do that through the camera lens. It's kind of like science class in the little microscope. There we go. Boom, that one flew out. Looks good. And then the last one is going to be the acorn. So I've got that one all lined up, I think. Just gonna make sure. There we go. Punch that one, and that one flies out too. Okay, at least I saw where they flew. Often with the little punches, they do like to just kind of jump right out. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is get out some of these mini dimensionals. I don't use these very often, but they are mighty. I love that they're sticky and they're tiny, so they do their job of getting just that little bit of lift on the project. So the acorn's going to be front and center, so that one's going to be not at any angle, but just right like that. And then the maple leaf, I'm going to have that's going to sit on the right side, so I'm going to have that kind of at an angle that complements that. Oops, my paper just wants to keep sticking back to that. I think I'm just going to go with the new one. I think the opposite's stuck to the back side and it doesn't want to stick now. We'll see here. Okay, here we go. And so I'm going to put that one at an angle, and then my oak leaf, I'm going to do that one again because that one fell off. I think it stuck to my finger. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Got the little paper off that one, and that one's also going to be at an angle because that one's going to be on the left side. Okay, so before I attach those, I want to do my sentiment, and the stamp set has some really great sentiments. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining in. So I thought about even the hey there, just because there's so many times that we love to send cards to friends that are just like, hey there. But there's also a lot of very more meaningful sentiments on there. But I really like to have a beautiful day just because of the length of it to kind of fill in that space for my longer card. So with that, I'm going to pull in another color, and that's the Early Espresso. And I'm just going to ink that up. I'm just barely tapping so I don't rock it and get too much extra ink on there. And this is just a 1/2 inch strip. I have tons of 1/2 inch strips, especially white and vanilla, because when I do my card insides and such, often I'm cutting them just that 1/2 inch shorter. And so I end up with a lot of these strips. And this is becoming by far my favorite punch. I know a lot of you have gotten the Banners Pick-a-Punch, and I love how easy it is to do that. Even though I'm having a lot of success in doing that banner punch, it's just so easy to slide that in, have it hit in the back, punch it down, and you've got a banner punch that looks really great, really easy. There we go. I was trying to pick up the background. So that's very easy to do that. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining in today. All right, so then I'm just going to take and snip that off evenly and set that aside. And then I want to pop up this. And so what I'm going to do with my regular dimensionals, and I know we all kind of treasure and covet that long skinny edge that's on here. So that's what I'm going to use, is that long skinny edge here, and pull that off and put that across our grating here like so. And I'm gonna just put that on first. So I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, but I want to make sure that it's not crooked there either. And then for these 3 pieces, I'm going to pull out my regular dimensionals and put a couple of each on the back side of these. So I think my last projects, I kind of went crazy with my glue dots. This time I'm going crazy with the dimensionals. Okay, so I want to kind of start in the middle here by centering that acorn. It's kind of hard to center because this is off-centered. So I'm just kind of, as you can tell, placing it on there. And I'm going to do the same thing with my maple leaf. And then I want to do the same thing with my oak leaf, just because that way if I need to pick it up and move it a little bit, which I think I will be doing, it's easier to just maneuver it around a little bit if I haven't got it too stuck into place. And then when I feel like I've got them all lined up, which I'm probably never going to be 100% happy, but I think that looks pretty decent, then I do that. That's literally what I do. So just give it a good press down there, and you can have a lot of space to kind of go from too. I think maybe this one, they're up a little bit more too, maybe not. So you have some space to play around with in that 4.5 by 3 inch paper there too. So that gives you some idea. But yes, I really love that. And then you can always take one of the stamps, and I think I'm going to choose the acorn, and it did have black on it. So I'm just going to kind of wipe or swipe that off, and I'm going to put that early espresso, and that's just going to be just that little inside piece that just kind of ties it all together there too. So that is what I have for you guys today. So very cute, very simple, and very copied from my friend Rolanda, who had actually, like I said, I found it on her page, but it was actually from one of her customers that was sending her a payment. And so Rolanda liked it, she posted, I saw it, and now I'm making it. So that's a lot of how it goes in the stamping world. And if I see something cute that I know you guys will love, I feel like I deserve, you deserve to see it, and I need to share it. So that is card number 1 for Sandy Torgerson's virtual stamp party. And then tomorrow will be card number 2, and Thursday will be card number 3. With the holiday, I had to kind of think through that. We're already partway into the week. And so how that works is if you are needing something and want to help Sandy out with her party, or have been invited to her party and need something, you can place a $25 minimum order towards her party, and then you'll get the 3 cards that I'm making for her party as a thank you from her and I. So that's how that works. And the host code was shown in the screen as I was crafting the card. And then I will also post the still shot of this card next on my Facebook page here. And then I will have the whole list of everything needed to create this card, so you'll know all the colors. Especially today I use like 5 different ink pads. So if you want that as a reference, and you can see what I used there. And then that also will have her host code. And I need to check in with her a little bit more just to see for sure when she wants to close her party. So it just opened up last week, so that gives everybody some time, but that way I can let you guys know when you need to place your order by too. So yes, and Linda, I love that you're going to copy that. That's my whole goal with all of these Facebook Lives, is that I hope that you're finding inspiration and that you're able to see what I've done and not go, oh, you know, that was so ugly I'll never do it or too hard or something. So I hope that I'm giving you inspiration that you can use to recreate these projects. And if you don't have exactly what I'm using, you might have something else around there too. So have a great day, and as always, let me know if you need any help with your crafting supplies. Thanks. Bye-bye.